Welcome back to another vlog. I don't know what the microphone's like on this camera. I'm hoping it's pretty good. Obviously it's quiet in the house, so hopefully it picks up at least something decent. It's not too bad. But yeah, welcome back. So I don't know when this is up. I reckon I say this every video, but most recently, as you can probably see, I got a DJI Osmo Pocket. So I thought, what a good opportunity to start vlogging more frequently. And you would have seen a pool video of me and Jude, most likely before this one. So this is actually the day after, and I thought, I'm in the mood. Let's vlog a little bit. So I woke up today. We'll do a day in the life sort of thing. We'll get a little bit of training, get a little bit of eating and food and what I normally do to go about my day. So he woke up a little bit later today, which isn't good by me, but when I say a little bit later, I got up at like 6:40 and I was just like, you know what? I won't go for a walk this morning. I'll do a little bit of a block of work and then I'll go for a walk and get a coffee because I'm currently out of Nespresso coffee pods and I just put in an order before. So I don't have any coffee that I can have in the house. So what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a block of work, probably about an hour or two, go for a walk, get a coffee, and then obviously come back and just get back into the swing of things. Most likely head off to the gym at about 12:30. So right now it's about 7:20. Just cooked my first meal. I've had some morning sups. So this morning for supplements, I did vitamin D, so D3K2, obviously vitamin D, energy reduction, mood, all that good thing. And also the K2 in that helps with the uptake of the vitamin D, which is fantastic. Then I did some lion's mane just for a little bit of focus, a little bit of brain function, all that good stuff. And then I did Tonkat Ali as well, just for a little bit of a testosterone enhancement side of things, particularly being natural. Have I noticed too much from it? I actually can't tell you. I haven't had bloods done since I started taking it, and I'm a little bit infrequent with it. What I was doing was I was doing it on training days only, pre-workout, and then I just decided, I was just like, I'll just do it in the morning, like with my morning sups, and I'll just sort of see how it goes. So far, do I notice much? Not really. But I'll show you my meal one, which looks pretty boring. So meal one is tomato, cucumber, and some boiled eggs. We've got a wrap, and then we've got a little bit of sourdough bread. So it's not too bad of a meal, pretty filling. Usually I'll do fruit in this meal one, but today, because I did vegetables, I don't normally do cucumber or tomato for meal one. So I just thought I had some boiled eggs that me and Alana just boiled for the week. And I was like, I'll just make a little bit of a salad and I'll just put it on top of the bread. So that's meal one, and we'll see you at the next clip. I've been able to yap for 3 minutes, so it's 3 minutes of content for the video, baby. Let's go. Okay, so I actually didn't end up getting a coffee. A little bit lazy, I guess, maybe, I don't know. I just really didn't need it. I didn't feel like I needed it. I just made an instant coffee and felt good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start preparing my pre-workout meal, which is very simple. It's just sweet potato. At the moment, I'm doing purple sweet potato. It's pretty good. Tastes good. I just chuck it in the air fryer, let it sit there for like 20, 30 minutes, and obviously cook it up with some mince, and then absolutely devour it. So what we'll do is I'll pop yous down just while I set that up. I don't know how well this is going to work. It might work pretty well, and I'm hoping you can hear me. So pretty much I got a big ass bag of sweet potato. So you'll see they're a little bit different looking to a normal sweet potato, and I like to get my sweet potatoes small. And the reason I like to get my sweet potatoes small is because it's easier to cook them. So what we'll do is I'll chuck them on the scale, and I'll probably do about 300 grams today. Like I said, smaller the better. And it's just smaller the better because the cooking time, that's 250. 338, and then I've got to cut the ends off. So it works out well. So these will go back in the cupboard. We'll start chopping them up. We'll wash them. We'll do the usual shit. I actually love this because it just tracks me and I don't have to worry about if I'm not in the camera or not. So I'm going to move these over to here just while washing. I don't know if it's going to lose track of me. Sorry if this gets loud. But yeah, so I've been doing sweet potato recently. I've been posting on my Instagram story as well, saying that, like, I don't know where sweet potato's been my whole life. Not my whole life. Like, I used to eat sweet potatoes flat out. Like, I used to have them probably way too much. I used to think they were the best thing ever. But I stopped for a long time. I think it was like when I started like prepping and things like that. I just started doing like rices and cream of rices and things like that. But now it's like this whole new thing. I don't know why, but yeah, really rich in potassium, a little bit rich in fiber as well. So that's the main reason I do them. The potassium demands obviously helping with muscle contractions when training. But I just do this alongside like mince, or I'll do it alongside like rump steak or something like that, which I've actually got rump steak today, so I might do that so I don't have to cook mince until later. But it's just easy, it's convenient. Usually with the mince, if I do the mince, I cook it with spinach as well for another potassium demand prior to training. But probably in this case, I'm not going to do too much. I'm pretty certain purple sweet potato has a little bit more fiber than the normal orange sweet potato, but Should be anything too different. So it shouldn't be anything too crazy. I'm just going to put these in the air fryer. I'm going to continue to do some work. They'll be done in about half hour, and then I'll actually film like the me eating the meal and all that kind of thing. But I fucking love this. This is the greatest thing ever. I don't know about you guys, but like I can do whatever I fucking want, and it's the best thing. So yeah, we'll catch you at the next clip. Okay, we are back in the kitchen. So potato is finished cooking. We got 300 grams, like I said before. It ended up being 310. So what we're going to do is we now have some steak that I prepared yesterday for the remainder of the week. Just rump steak. I literally am the laziest person on the planet. Cook it in the oven on a tray. I pull it out, cut it up, and I put it in a container. So what I actually do is, and this is a little bit of a tip for anybody that meal prep. So, you know, I cooked a kilo of rump steak. So this was a kilo. It'll be spread across 5 meals. So it's 200 grams per meal of uncooked weight steak. What I do is I cut it all up. I put my container on the scales, tear it out, tear, whatever you want to call it. So it zeroes it out. And then I put the cooked steak into the container and get the weight of that. And then obviously divide it by 5. And that works out to 200 grams of uncooked weight, right? So with this today, it's meant to be about 150 grams of cooked weight rump steak. 55, close enough. So pretty much close enough. I say close enough. It's close enough because I'm in the off season. If I was dieting right now, I'd say, ooh, gotta pull that out. But because it is the off season, it's something that I'm not too concerned about or too worried about at this point in time. I don't know if that still tracks me because I've turned around. Oh, no, that's just tracking me on my head, which is nice. So then obviously it's not too hot to touch yet. So I'm going to come a little bit closer. I'm going to have to warm this up anyway. So these are sweet potatoes. So pretty much all I do is I'll break them in half and you'll see that it's purple on the inside, right? So what I actually do is I peel the skin off these because the skin isn't that nice tasting like a normal sweet potato. But yeah, like look at that. Oh, so I'm going to focus on the sweet potato. There you go. Yeah, so I'll peel these and I'll put them into the bowl and then salt them and then we should be good to go. So pop this in the microwave, peel these off camera. I'm not going to film it and peel it and whatever. And the next clip you'll probably see is at the gym. I'm hoping it'll be at the gym. Maybe. Oh, I also made my intro. Made my intro earlier, just while I was off camera. 200 mils coconut water, 10 grams creatine, 10 grams glutamine, 15 grams of EAAs, 20 grams of glycerol, and 1 scoop of pump juice. Pump juice by Transparent Supplements. Really good stuff. So I didn't do my alpha GPC today. So I usually do an alpha GPC when I work in the morning. So I didn't do that today because that has alpha GPC in it and I didn't want to overload. So and be extra fucking stimulated. But yeah, that's what I do for intra. Before I go to the gym, I will probably pop into a 7-Eleven on the way to the gym, purely because I'm going to pick up a Maximus. That's not actually a Maximus. It's just an old Maximus bottle that I had downstairs and all my shakers are dirty. But I'll get a Maximus for some extra. It's a 0 sugar Maximus, just for some extra electrolytes. It also makes it taste a little bit better. And I'll probably pick up an energy drink of choice because I'm feeling like I can stim up. And I didn't have a normal coffee this morning, had an instant lower in caffeine. Therefore, I can load myself up. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the video today is going to be me yapping. So I hope you like. So yesterday when I was speaking to the mic, you'd hear me like heavy breathing and you can hear like every aspect of me talking. So I'm going to be careful today, but we are here training push. First exercise up is incline dumbbell press. So I'm just going to try and film my top sets today. I'm not going to go too in depth. If I end up talking about something, I'll talk about something. But most of the clips are going to be the top set. Again, I've got to make sure I'm not too close to the microphone because otherwise you can probably hear it now, all my heavy breathing. So should be good to go. Just a couple warm-ups, so I just did some 20 kilos just for a bit of a warm-up. I usually go up by increments of 7.5, so I'll go 27.5, 35, 42.5. I think last week I did 45s for my top set, so I'm thinking I'll go 47.5 or 50. It's just really going to depend on how the movement's feeling itself. So we'll get into it and see how we go. Wrist wraps on. Last week was 45 for 9. My rep range is 7 to 8. So the plan is 47.5 for 7 to 8. Honestly, I'll be pretty content if I get 6. We should be sweet. I'm just going to take my wedding ring off. Sweet, alright. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon I went too slow on the eccentric on that last one. I reckon had I sped that up a little bit, I probably would have got an extra rep, but I'll take 8. I was doing 52.5 or 50 before I went to Japan. And then me and Matt decided to reset the logbook, start it fresh. So last week when I came in, I did 45 just to sort of gauge it. But you would have seen in the last YouTube video that I mentioned pulling back on load. And this week I've seen major progressions across all sessions. So it would have been, the video was me training yesterday. But that's good. That's 2.5 kilos up and reps almost matched. So very, very happy with that. It's a good set. Okay, so onto the prime incline press. How I actually load this is, I will load it so it's 10 kilos in the top pin or on the top pin. And the reason we do this is because we want it heavier slightly at the bottom. You'll see a lot of people will load it majority, if not everything, on the top. I like to load a decent amount of it in the middle opposed to on the top, just because I find it can feel a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do. 10 on top, 20 in the middle for now. I think we'll end up going 35 in the middle, and then we should be good to go for a top set. I ended up deciding with 12.5 on the top, so I just went a little bit up. So the idea will be for every 5 kilos in the middle, I'll try to increase by 2.5 on top. So I'm at 35 in the middle, so I thought, you know what, let's just go 2.5 on top. And then next week we will assess again and see if it's worth pushing it up. But right now should be good. I'm just going to slap the mic onto like the arm of the machine. I'm not even looking, I'm just staring at the ceiling while I talk about this. And we'll get into it. So it's 8 to 10. The idea for this, for the way Matt gets me to progress on it, is 8 to 10 rep range. The only way I'm allowed to progress on load is when I hit 10 reps on both sets. So I've been doing this with a lot of my clients recently as well, and I find it works really well for clients not to rush progression either. So the 2.5 on the top is the increase in weight, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully I get 2 sets of 10, because last week I did, but it makes me think I got 2 sets for 10 last week, so I don't think I'm going to be able to back it up again this week. But fuck, I say that and who knows, you know, do the old mentality of tell myself I've got one more. So let's jump into it. It's 10. Who knows if we'll back it up again? Did it again. Fucking microphone turned off on me. So what I would have been yapping about prior to that set, which is probably removed now anyway, I was just saying what I try to get a lot of clients to do. This has been a big driver for building my upper chest. So my upper chest shelf, which is a bit of a weaker point that Matt wanted me to fill out a little bit more. So I like to get that little bit more muscle through the claviculars, through the clavicles there. Pretty much what we did was just a lot of incline pressing, as you can probably tell by this session. There's been 3 incline movements. So, but yeah, this is something that I actually probably push to say that's built my upper chest through this growth phase with Matt, which has been fantastic. So what I do now is I will get a lot of clients to cue like front delts together. So when you do a pec deck fly, often you want to try and cue like biceps together on a lot of these movements. But what I've actually been trying to do for these incline flying is thinking about front delts together. If I get those front delts to kiss, what's happening is I'm getting a big contraction through that upper pec. So I sort of elevate through the pecs. So I'll elevate. You might notice if you go back and watch a lot of my pressing, often when I lock into the machine, I sort of lock down on my scapulars and I sort of elevate through the pecs. So I'll do that on this as well, and then just focus on cueing those front delts to touch to get a hell of a lot more upper chest. So it's a good little tip for you there. All right, so we'll get the pump cover off because I feel like recently I've just been training with like hoodies and t-shirts on. I don't know why I haven't been wearing singlets. I reckon it's because I still think I'm carrying a little bit of water and a little bit of fat from Japan. So we'll see what the pump's looking like. Could be better. Not too bad though. Happy with that. So remainder of the session, if we can get this going, it's going to be a superset of upright rows and dumbbell laterals, which I'm not going to film because they're boring as fuck to film and I hate this portion of the session, so I just want to get it done. So I won't do a warm up, don't really need to. I feel like I'm pretty pumped and pretty warm now, so we should be sweet. And then it will finish off with a easy bar machine skull crusher, which I might film, and then just long rope tricep extensions. We'll get some clips of me posing, and then I got to walk on the treadmill for a fucking long time. So while I walk on the treadmill, I'll just do some admin work, reply to some messages. Had a bunch of clients that have received their updates today, so I got to reply to them because they've messaged back usual with the questions and things like that. But overall, it's about it. Pretty easy session, pretty cruisy session. I really do enjoy this push day. So usually I would have trained push yesterday, being Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, but me and Jude trained pull yesterday. So his pull lands on a Tuesday, and my pull lands on a Wednesday. But we're just like, got the camera, I was like, fuck it, let's film a session, which beauty of that is it's already been edited, that video, so I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, we're going to get into the remainder of the session. Probably won't film it, put the camera away for a bit, and I'll get the camera out for those overheads just to show the machine, and then we should be all wrapped up. Overhead extension, focus is on the length and range, business as usual, straight into the set, just so you get an idea of it. So this new tech overhead extension, I don't know, you might have seen a video of me doing this back at Powerhouse Gym in South Morang, so see how it feels. That was fucked up heavy, too heavy to be fair, so 5 reps, we'll back down. Okay, so session is wrapped. We're going to run through some posing. I'll try to yap a little bit as I do go through it, but the problem is I think I'm going to have to turn it off face lock because I don't think you'll get my full body. It'll just really track my face. So I'm going to turn that off. But what we'll do is I'm going to keep the microphone on. I'll try and clip it to my watch so we can hear and see a few things and just get a few cues that I'm trying to push just to ensure that, you know, everything is absolutely meticulous. One issue with the video yesterday that you would have seen of me and Jude was the exposure was a bit fucked. So I'll fix that up hopefully, and hopefully it's not as bad. We edited it in post-production just to make sure that the exposure wasn't too bad because we were really washed out, like we were really white. Could just be that it's winter, but I'll adjust that and then we'll see how it sort of looks from there. So what we'll do is we'll run through some little bits. Apologies if you hear everyone moaning and screaming at something. But yeah, we'll just go through normal like quarters to start with. We'll go through every pose and go from there. So usually what I try to do is with this movement is I try to tilt my hips back in my front relaxed just to create the illusion that I've got a smaller waist. So we'll pull in on the feet, bring them in a little narrower, try to really grab the ground with my feet, so always starting from the ground up, brace, and then quarter. Get a little bit of a side chesting. It is post-push day, so it's the least I could do, right? I'm gonna have to hold a little bit further up my forearm because of the mic. Usually I hold my watch. yeah, that's a wrap for now. Obviously, I'll drop this a little bit more. It's training, posing, done. Push day, done. It's funny because I pose with my pants off now. And I remember when I used to make these YouTube videos back in the day, I used to hate doing it with my pants off. Not because of like my ass being out or being embarrassing, anything like that. I used to be super fucking insecure about my legs being too small. And I always had this thing that like, it's going to come across someone's page. They're going to comment like, oh fuck, you can't be a bodybuilder, you don't even have legs. And you know, it's just one of those things where I'll even like gladly admit to the fact that if this is anyone's listening that's in sort of a similar boat or anything like that, I didn't train legs hard enough or well enough probably up until maybe 3 years ago. No, you know what? I'm fucking lying, man. Like I probably didn't train them properly up until end of last year, like straight up. And it's funny how just that change of flicking the switch, pushing intensity, trying hard, a change of environment as well. Like even training here, you know, it's how much my legs have grown. And you ask anyone that knows me very, very closely and sees my physique very, very regularly, particularly Jude, he'll say this often, that my legs have come up a fucking heap. And I think it's just due to the intensity of training and just really pushing myself and trying to get the best out of every single set. And if you're someone that was or is a little bit insecure like me, just train it. Like train away your insecurities, man. Like if you've got a muscle part that you're ashamed of, chest, back, shoulders, whatever, train them fucking hard and train them to the point where you, again, train that insecurity away. So slowly but surely, my legs are getting better and I know that. And as long as I know that, I don't really give a fuck what anybody says or sees. Like I know what my legs were like a year ago compared to now, and I've made an immense amount of progress. So I'm not too stressed by it. It's probably a good thing. But yeah, that's probably it for at the gym. I don't know, might see a few more clips throughout the night. Probably will, probably won't. You might see the next meal or next 2 meals, or maybe just me yapping or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the training session today. I'm going to walk on the treadmill because I got to get a fuckload of steps in. I think I'm on 4K, so I got 8K to go, baby. Let's go. So we are back from the gym. I've already eaten my post-workout meal, so I just walked in the door and slapped it all together. So it was 200 grams of rump steak again. So obviously, like I said, meal prepped it, so it was very easy. I did 70 grams of sourdough bread, and I'm also going to do one of these coconut chocolate water things that we bought on the weekend, me and Alana. We found them at Coles. I think it was Coles. They're, what's in them? 6 grams of fat, 23 grams of carbs, 1,100 milligrams of potassium. Really good to get your electrolytes in. So these ones actually have a little bit of coconut cream in them, hence the fat. But I tell you what, these are so much tastier than the regular chocolate coconut water that you get in the bottle. It's fucking delicious, and it's purely because of the coconut cream. It's got 95% coconut water, 2% coconut cream, and the rest is like cocoa powder, cane sugar. So really good. So I'll get that in. And that's like my post-workout meal, I guess. And then should be good. I'm just going to do a little bit more work, and then we'll probably just go about and see what we need to do for the rest of the day and just vlog it, I guess. I'm going to take everything off this SD card and put it onto the computer now, just to sort of takes a while. So just to get that out of the way. But yeah, I thought I have to finish off the video. I couldn't leave it unfinished with that last clip at the desk. Obviously, we discussed my last meal, my post-workout meal. I do a little bit, like just some bits and bobs for the dinner today. So I just did mince, a bit of cucumber, a bit of tomato, a bit of feta, a bit of sun-dried tomatoes, some rice cakes was my carbohydrate source of choice. I've still got to do a whey protein shake to top up, so I'll do that. And then I think I've got like 30 grams of carbs to go or something like that as well. So I'll probably do a little bit of fruit, something like that. So nothing too crazy, but I'm filming on my phone now. This is no longer the gimbal. If I move it, my face unfortunately isn't in it. So it is what it is. Sorry if anyone gets motion sickness doing that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, just because of that, the camera now, which I've probably said this about 20 times, probably even said in yesterday's video, but I'm hoping to make a little bit more content, especially YouTube style content. Like sometimes I sit there and think to myself, it's like, oh, why am I going to film my day in the life of what I'm doing or talking about something? It's like, who really gives a fuck, right? But at the end of the day, some people do, and some people enjoy watching it. It's like I sit there and I reflect and I go, I just enjoy watching a random person's vlog, like a random bodybuilder's vlog or a vlog, or just like a random fitness person, or I watch a whole bunch of different vlogs. I even watch like heavily into Pokemon cards. So like I even watch like Pokemon card vlogs and things like that. So someone's going to be invested, someone's going to enjoy this content, gives you something to do while you're eating. I call it my autistic YouTube watching and eating time. So gives you something to watch there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.